I want to address stomach issues and how they're directly related in sometimes surprising ways to the brain and the feeling of being stressed. Too often when we have bloating or heartburn or feeling that food just isn't digesting well in our stomach and our upper GI, we run to pancreatic enzymes, maybe hydrochloric acid supplements, probiotics, maybe we're eating the wrong foods. We focus on the gut and think, all right, well, what's wrong with the gut? But remember, everything's connected. And one of the key forgotten reasons for stomach dysfunction, even heartburn, is when your nervous system and how that nervous system is wired to your stomach from the brain, when that nervous system becomes too stressed, becomes a little dysfunctional, is not flexible enough. So how does that work? How are they connected? Well, the autonomic nervous system is this balance between what's called rest and digest side of the parasympathetic and the fight or flight side. To be more complete, you could even say the rest, digest, and detox side versus the fight, flight, or freeze side. And there are appropriate times for both of those extremes. And your body always has a blend of both of them. And you should be flexible and strong and be able to go back and forth when it's appropriate. For example, when you're eating or sleeping, rest and digest. When you're trying to get your body to mount a stress response, fight or flight. Makes sense, right? But too often, we get stuck too much in that fight or flight side. And we feel chronic stress, especially, I noticed during the holiday period. People ramping up to Christmas and trying to figure out their packed schedules and shoehorning in this activity and trying to figure out the budget for that present. Autonomic nervous system stress, sympathetic stress went way up. And then what happens is that there's this big nerve called the vagus nerve that goes from your brain down to your gut. And that vagus nerve is a key carrier. You could think of it like a power line of rest and digest information down to your stomach and your gut. That vagus nerve kind of gets quieted down. It gets pushed to the side when you're feeling stressed. When you're watching a scary movie and eating popcorn right before bed. That fight, flight, freeze response kicks in. The nervous system response down to your stomach goes down, and you're not going to digest that popcorn very well. And you're probably not going to sleep that well that night. The stomach needs that vagus nerve input in order to make stomach acid. It needs it in order to have good peristalsis going through the body. And if you have food in your stomach and you're feeling stressed, maybe you're eating and driving a car at the same time, then there's not enough hydrochloric acid produced in the stomach. The hydrochloric acid is necessary to break it down quickly and move it into the small intestine. The hydrochloric acid is also necessary to stimulate a muscle at the top of your stomach, right about here, so that it stays closed and keeps all those digestive juices down, and so they don't go up into your esophagus. So chronic stress or even acute stress will decrease your stomach acid levels, which paradoxically will actually increase the risk of heartburn. So next time you're feeling digestive discomfort, or somebody who's chronic bloating or heartburn, and they're kind of a high stress person, well, rather than reach for some bottle off the shelf, consider introducing into their lives some kind of stress relaxation response technique, like something from the HeartMath Institute, or deep belly breathing exercises, or some kind of relaxation, or even, if you're going to reach for a bottle off the shelf, something that is a calming herb or a calming supplement, something like kava or lavender, because that might have a bigger effect on the gut than anything focused directly on the gut itself. Thank you.